What's going on, everybody? This is DJ Val The Vandle. You are in tune to Soundwaves right here on KPFK. Big shout out to 90.7 FM, everybody in Studio City, everybody in Santa Barbara, San Diego, Ridgecrest, China Lake, all the areas that we broadcast to. You're in a exclusive spot right now. Underground Hip Hop Blog Studios, Val The Vandal, Armando, and special guest Seafood Sam, representing Long Beach, California. How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing all good. I'm doing good. Thank you for having me, man.
Thank you for coming through. I've played your songs on our show before, and I want to send a big shout out to Sean Rule from Cosign for sending me your music and pretty much hipping me to you, letting me know that you're from Long Beach, a local cat, and I'm always supporting local independent artists and international artists. But when he sent me, I think it was might have been 86 Carolina.
Yeah, 86 Carolina West.
Yeah, that joint was something that I heard, and I was like, wow, it's a vibe. It's a good vibe, and it's real reminiscent to something that just exudes Los Angeles cool. So ever since that track, I was listening to more music from you, playing it on the show, trying to get you here. And now that you're here, I'm blessed. So thank you for coming through, man. There's a lot of things that we want to cover, but for some of the new listeners, tell us, who is Seafood Sam?
The futuristic artifact.
Yeah, and describe what do you mean by the futuristic artifact?
Well, it's like a little blast from the past, but yet it's something that's not seen today. So you know what I'm saying? But I'm always gonna go back to my roots. I always go back to the OG, the OG shit. I always put that in my music or in my art form in some kind of way, keep it OG.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by the futuristic artifact. A lot of people, try to be like they're not real rappers or they don't, do this real hip hop stuff. They just be like, I'm a rock star or I'm something other than that, but not, I'm.
I got you. Okay, so let me just adjust the microphone right here. Let's take these off since we're not going to use that, and I'll just.
I could use them too
if you want. Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Oh yeah. There we go.
Okay, so the futuristic artifact, definitely a mix of old school with new school. Some futuristic vibes is great. You've been making music since the mid 2010s, a little bit before then. When did you start really going active with music?
Really going in, I had to say probably like 2013 when me and all the homies went to South by Southwest. That was like taking it serious.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
What was that experience like, man?
It was crazy. I didn't even have a show, but the homie Briss, actually, he was like, man, just come and you could possibly get one. But we just gotta go out there and see what popping and da-da-da. So everybody loaded up in a car. We all drove out there and I ended up talking to some I forgot her name. I talked to this lady who was throwing shows and stuff.
Promoter.
And then next thing you know, she ended up saying, you want to come tomorrow? And I was like, oh yeah, let's do it. And then I had a show, post the footage and all that stuff. And then after that, it was just like, oh, it's time.
That's dope, man.
Really go for it.
I remember my first South by Southwest. I was a similar situation, just DJing for a local artist. And yeah, just being around that energy, man, that block of strip of different venues, man, it's crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah.
And to go with homies is dope because you guys are all experiencing something and realizing, okay, there's hustlers, shakers, grinders out here that can really put you on in the music industry and entertainment industry just in general. So any connection that you make out there is definitely going to help your career.
And it was wild to see too, like a lot of people that we saw just roaming around, they end up blowing up by the time we got back home. Like numerous of people. We saw Post Malone just walking in the street. We saw SZA doing like a house at the SoundCloud, like a little venue they had. Ray Shrimmer was riding out around on the little bikes and stuff. But we didn't even know who they were. We just was like hearing around like, oh, that's so-and-so. That's the Migos right there. They coming up. And I was like, oh, okay. I just look back. They standing right there like, okay, cool. But it's like, I ain't know. Then we come home and it's like, no flex. It's just everywhere. I'm like, yo, that's the dudes that was rolling around. And it was like, oh, dang, we got to go there next year too. And then, like I said, it put everything into play. Like,
okay,
it's really trying to get it.
And you're saying you've been doing music since 2013, 2014, but you've also like released a project almost every year. How do you keep this consistent output?
Uh, it's crazy actually because in the beginning parts of making music and stuff, I was more in the background, like trying to engineer and record everybody and do all that. And I would have like one or two songs here and there. But like when we drive back home from sessions and stuff, everybody would play a bunch of music, and I just could only play my one or two.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I need to get more music. So then at one point I just was like, I took a trip to Switzerland, and I was out there chilling. And when people would ask like, "What you do?" I'd be like, "I do music," and they'd be like, "Look, what's your name? Like, let me look it up." And I ain't have nothing, so I was like, when I get home, I'm gonna just start going crazy. And then I got home and just start dropping like every other month, like another tape, another tape, another tape. Just get it
What
out there.
what was that transition like from being a background performer or artist, and then really what made you want to say, "Oh, I got to be the front man"?
I always knew I was like the front man, but I'm also into like the process of just getting it done. You know what I'm saying? So I can work on a movie set because I just like the process of making a movie. Also, I don't have to be the star and everything. So just at that point, I was just taking a back seat because my mom had got me like the studio equipment. So all the kids in the school and stuff, they all knew I had the studio. So I'm just recording. Like, hey, you should do your tape like this. You should make this your first song. And so it's kind of like, yo, where your tape? But it's like, oh dang, I didn't record it like 6 people tapes. Like, you're right, I gotta do my own thing. And then
Okay.
yeah, after the South by South trip, then it kind of was like, in the going overseas, then I was like, let me get my own stuff.
Let's talk about the debut. I think it's your debut full length album,
Mhm.
but you had an EP before that, if I'm not
Yeah,
if I'm correct. But Dior Velour. Tell me how this that first project is different from Standing on Giant Shoulders.
yeah. Dior Velour, that was a while ago. Huh? That was with the homies Dama Blanca. And I made that like I don't even know how long ago. 20, 2018, 2019
Almost
or
five
something like that.
years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like a little minute ago. But yeah, that was kind of around the time of first just getting on it, like how can I say it? Outsourcing, like going outside of Long Beach, because I recorded that out in Mid City. So that was like just stepping out, creating with different people, seeing what they got instead of, you know what I'm saying, my the home team.
Okay.
So that's what that was. Yeah.
So how did your frame of mind change, or are you on the same tip from that first project to now?
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it's just constantly growing. Cause like my first project, Do Rag Dreams, that was like getting into it. Like I said, then after that, it was just trying to keep my foot on their neck. So Elroy, some for the Sunrise, all them. I just need to get it out, get it out, get it out. But with the new album, it just was like, let's evolve now. So
Ah,
you know what I'm saying? It was like all the other stuff was kind of just let's let them know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Just getting the name out there. And now it's like I feel like the name kind of out there, but now let's really, really
okay.
like I don't know
I,
how to
I
really
think
say
I
it.
can
You get what I'm
understand,
saying?
but
If that
you're
makes
the
sense.
evolution of Seafood Sam in a
There we
sense.
go. There
I
we
get you.
go.
All right. I read an article recently, and you've been getting a lot of critical acclaim. Getting posted on websites, magazines, interviewing stuff. Tell me how does it feel to get this acclaim?
Man, feels good to be honest. Yeah. I grew up looking at Lil Bow Wow, trying to be like him. So now I get to read little articles and different type of pieces with my name in it, and it feel good.
Quick question: how what would you say? How is Long Beach different from Hollywood? Because people get this conception of Los Angeles and
Yeah,
Hollywood, but Long Beach is a little bit of ways, but it's similar. How would you say Long Beach is different from Los Angeles?
we by the water, so it's more laid back. Everybody more chill. LA people kind of feel like we a little like slower, mellow. Not slower and like that or nothing, but just like we more calm and mellow. Don't really trip on anything. Just chill. I think it's because we by the water. You know.
Man, I could never find parking in Long Beach, man.
Yeah, it do be like that, man. It do be like that. But I feel like I can't find parking downtown either.
I know.
Without a meter or something. But
Not just like going to the homie's house who lives in Long Beach. Like,
oh yeah,
you have to park like 4 blocks away.
Yeah, no, it do be packed in over there though. It depends on what street you on. It definitely be packed.
And what's the local scene like in Long Beach? Because I've been out there a couple of times. I know a couple of folks who put on the Fight Club Long Beach. Are there any shows or any events in Long Beach that you think people should be aware of?
That's the best thing about Long Beach is it's like a gumbo pot. So you get a little bit of everything there. If you want to be into skateboarding, they have skateboarding events. If you into surfing, they got surfing. If you like the farmers market and all that, they do that. They have a great yoga thing they do on the beach. It'd be like 50, 60 people out there all doing yoga at the same time. It's just whatever you want to get into. Long Beach got something in the scene for you to get into, so I couldn't say which one you will want to go, you know what I'm saying? But whatever it is, I'm pretty sure we got it over.
I used to go to hip hop shows at a place called Que Sera.
Que Sera, yeah. Yep. That's right by the
Cash only, Que Sera. I remember.
You definitely gotta pay your dues in the city and do a show there. Shout out to Que Sera, man.
Okay, so Que Sera is definitely that underground platform where, like, look, if you want to make it big some way, somehow, you have to at least step foot into the Que Sera.
Do a Que Sera before. You just had to. It's like they very open to upcoming people and all that type of stuff. So it's real easy for you to book a show with like no fan base, no nothing. Just be like, yo, could I come up here? You could find somebody, the homie Sinai or Yonatan, and be like, yo, could I get up in there? They'll see what they do, get you an open early slot, and just go out there and get that feel of like, okay, this is what it feel like to be up here, the light in your face,
It's definitely an underground venue and with underground sound. It's not the best sound, but if you're a quality MC, any artist could work with decent sound. It doesn't have to be be the best, right?
No.
Shout out to Que Sera.
I definitely packed that place out, man, and did a crazy show. Shout out to Que Sera, man.
Hey, listening to your music, man, I get a lot of like family connections through your music. How important is family to you and your process of making music?
Man, it's all of it. You know what I'm saying? Like earlier when you said 86 Carolina West, that's an old club, I believe, or something like that. But that's where my mom and dad met.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
They met there in 86. That's why I named it. Like the song felt so good. And I was like, hey, this was when my mom and dad met. So it must have been a cool time, and all that. So that's why I named it that thing. But I tie everything into my music with my family. So if you do the research, I got a song that probably dropped on a day one of my grandparents passed away or somebody's birthday, like a little cousin birthday or anything, when we adopted my sister or something like that. It's like I do that date or something. It's like something that's always tied in some kind of way.
I think that's really dope. That's giving your fans and listeners out there a really true depiction of who you are and what you're about. Paying homage to your relatives, I think that's super dope. So if y'all haven't caught on to that, definitely do your research and listen to more Seafood Sam titles, and get it. Yep.
All that. Uncle Guy, that's really my Uncle Guy. I got an uncle named Guy in Chicago.
You talked about traveling overseas, and have you performed overseas?
Yes.
Where was that, and how was that?
Where we performed at in Tokyo.
I seen you were like in Europe or Asia or something like that.
Yeah, we did
a showroom. Did a performance at Sankey's Penthouse.
Oh man,
in Tokyo, and then we performed at a showroom in Paris, and then did Switzerland, a Carhartt event in Switzerland off Long Street.
All of this with no official tour.
No, nothing, just me and Bearings.
That's dope. That's dope. And how does that formulate your view on performances and everything? Does those overseas crowds show you more respect, or do you catch a better vibe from them?
I think I catch a good vibe everywhere I go, but I think out there they appreciate music a little different.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they still buy physical copies and still, you know what I'm saying? In Japan, you drop a CD, they waiting in line to get that CD. Like they want this actual physical. So it's different how they appreciate music. You know what I mean? So if you come in from a authentic hip hop perspective, then they gonna for sure be like, oh, we got one. And then, you know, they gonna rock with it. So
okay.
I think they rock with me. That's why I'm overseas Sam too.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay. Soundwaves, we're in the studio with Seafood Sam. We're talking about his career, talking about music, talking about family. Let's talk about some of the songs that you've dropped. This one is like an oldie but goodie. It's called Depot Baby, and it's produced by Nice Guy Vinny. Can you tell me how you and Nice Guy Vinny hooked up?
Nice Guy Vinny, man. What can I say about Vinny? No, that's the bro, man. If you did any show in Long Beach, Vinny probably was your DJ, or he did the sound, or somehow like helped with the sound, or did something. He just like the music guy in Long Beach. You know what I mean? So everybody tapped in with Vinny in some way if you do music. And yeah, so that's my boy though from way back.
You ever roller skate with him? Rollerblade with him?
Nah, Vinny don't want to see me on the skates, man. I try to tell him, Vinny, if you watching this, man, you know what's up.
Hey.
Yeah, Vinny, he rollerblade, I roller skate. You know what I'm saying? So we always be talking about each other and which one is better and all that stuff. I'm trying to tell him he got to get him some skates.
He got to glide, man.
He got to glide. You feel me? He be doing all that brink, you know, X game stuff. I'm like, nah, man, you got to smooth. Put on some Al Green.
Well, that's dope, man. Yeah, big shout out to Nice Guy
Shout
Vinny.
out to Vinny,
Always
yeah.
doing dope stuff, creating good music.
Oh, and real quick, my bad.
Yeah, no.
That's where Depot Baby, that's where the name came from too, because Skate Depot is an old rink that used to be out in the city that we all skate at. So I called it Depot Baby because, you know, me and Vinny, we both skate. So I just tied it into that. So, but yeah.
There it is, man. And then the music video for that as well. It's a really dope visual. It's colorful. I think you guys have like those. You went to maybe that field of the orange
flowers and all that stuff. Yeah. I was just trying to be creative. Yeah.
Okay. So you were behind that?
Yeah. That was with my boy Nick Green. Shout out to him. And he always just have these spots where he drive around and be like, yo, it'd be cool to shoot a spot here or shoot here. He's always what's that called when you like sourcing spots?
Scout location.
Scout location. Like he just do that probably even when he don't have something. He just driving like that. Boom. Open up his maps, screenshot. Like he one of those type people. So when we was thinking about the video, he had that spot in mind. And I was like, that'd be cool, like a cool little picnic. People be like, where y'all at? And then, you know, so we went and did that.
That's dope. Okay. Well, let's give Soundwaves a taste of Seafood Sam right now. I'm going to play this joint, Depot Baby, produced by Nice Guy Vinny. Turn it up right now, Soundwaves. You're listening to Seafood Sam.
Yeah.
All right. So that'll be like a little quick break. And then we'll come back.
Yeah.
Los Angeles, California. All you people around the world, you're listening to Soundwaves on KPFK. I'm Val The Vandle. Thank you for tuning in. We have a special guest in the studio with us today. His name is Seafood Sam, representing Long Beach, California, North Side, East Side,
North Side,
North Side. With this track called North Face, and with Huey Brisk. Can you tell us about that, man?
Yeah, man. That's my brother. We got so many songs in a cut that I don't know why we never really put them out. You know what I mean? But we got a lot of songs. That's somebody that I first, like, when I really started taking it serious, that's who I was with. So North Face, it was like we both, you know what I'm saying, pushed the North. So it was only right to name it that. And yeah, that's how that song came about. That one was easy. It was just really like, bro, I need you on this one. Oh yeah, boom. It was like effortless. Like anytime me and him get together, it's not even you don't even got to talk about it, or it's just,
you guys have that special bond.
It's just easy, man. It's like Shaq and Kobe. Any type of duo you can think of is just, it's just that type of chemistry. It just can happen creatively. Like it just flows.
That's dope. Talking about collaborations, how do you choose the people that you collaborate with? Like, is there a process to you where you got to vibe with them first, meet with them to know that they're real or on the same level of what you're thinking? Do you seek out specific artists to work with? Like, what's your collaboration process?
First, I was just real like home team, like anybody I can pretty much get that's it within reach.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it was, and like I said, just home team. But like we said before, with the evolution, now it's like I'm going into songs already thinking, or I hear a song and already think of the feature, or like hear like, oh, I need an artist right here, or a singer right here would be cold. Like maybe we can get her, but I'll have the specific artist, like not just like I need a girl to sing right here. Like no, I'll be like I want boom, or I think his voice will sound tight right here, boom, and then so I go about it like that. Yeah. And I talk it over with B too. Sometimes he'll be like, yo, this one would sound cold with you, and boom, boom, boom. And I'll be like, dang, you right. And that'll be before I even put any words down. He'll just hear the beat and be like, you what you call it, snap on this. And I'll be like, that would be crazy, huh? And then I'll start writing it with thinking if that person gonna get on it or not. And then sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And it just, go like that.
Yeah, that's interesting, man. I think about what you said earlier about being an engineer and being a producer and then having that frame of mind of what vocals will sound good over this. Let's talk about that, man. You are a triple threat.
Crazy.
You can rap, you can sing, you can produce, you do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
How do you choose when you're gonna sing and how do you choose when you're gonna rap?
Well,
I know it's kind of tough. That's a tough question.
Yeah. Well, I don't really sing. Like I don't sing like that.
But not yet. I mean,
yeah. No, I feel what you're saying though. But like, I can sing, but it's like I don't sing. I don't put nothing out like that or nothing like that. But it's just like you said, it's a producer ear, I guess. Not even a producer ear because I'm not even really a producer like that. I wouldn't call myself that. But it's just an ear for music, so I can hear some. Even back then when it's like all the homies would be in the studio and the beat would come on, I used to be the one that'd be like, nah, that'd be hard with y'all two. Like I'm not the one that's like, oh, I need to be on this. This me, or let me get a verse. Like, nah, I'd be like, y'all two would sound crazy on this, or maybe y'all should get boom boom, or maybe we could see if he hop on it too and y'all go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been like that. Like I said, about the process of the whole thing coming out, not just, what I'm saying, not just me being a star.
So he's producing, MCing, and A&Ring.
In a sense, you know what I'm saying? I would be like, yo, you definitely should work with him and whatnot. So, yeah.
Dope. Thank you for that. All right. Soundwaves Radio. This is Val the Vandle. You are listening to some exclusiveness. We got Seafood Sam in the building. Shout out to Armando, undergroundhiphopblog.com studios. We're talking about Seafood Sam music. There's a track that I've played on the show a couple different times. It's called The Spirit of Harold Lilly. Can you tell me about the creation of this track?
Man.
If you remember. I mean, yeah, it's been a couple years since then.
Yeah, it's been a little while. Yeah. That was with Tom, my boy Tom, I believe. Yeah, that was with Tom Kendall. Right?
Tom Kendall.
Yeah, that was with my boy Tom Kendall. And with me and him, it's kind of like the same process I said earlier with Briss. But with Tom, with Briss is more of an MC thing. So it's like with us it's just lyricists, like sparring, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's it's more like that. But with Tom, he's more musically instrument, like with the musical instruments inclined. So he's teaching me like different ways, and it's a whole different collaborative work on that. So it's like I don't know. He told me like how hi-hats can come in, how you can key change, how you can do this, you should drop this part. I used to always think it, but I didn't know the terminology and all that stuff. So it's just getting in there with him, and he just like a musical little genius, in a good way. He's like a musical nerd for real. I can't even show him songs. I play a song and he'll go hop on the drum set or hop on a pick up an instrument and play along with it. And I'm just like, you can't just listen to it, but he just music. Like, oh dude, he killed that. So yeah, so when we linked, it was just effortless. We just make so much music, and it just was like selecting one of those and just putting it on the EP. With him, it's not even a how or anything. I can just tell him I'm feeling this. I could just say velvet rugs and gold toilet seats, and then he gonna come back with a beat, and I'm gonna just do my thing on it. For real, that's how we really work. I could just give him a topic or something, a cowboy prom outer space, and he gonna come with a beat that really fits exactly what I was talking about, and then I'm gonna just do my part after that.
That's dope, man. It's good to have people like that on your team, on your side, that understand where you're going, what you want, and how to make it happen.
Definitely, and shout out to Harold Lilly too. That's I seen an interview on this podcast, R&B Money podcast, and they interviewed him, and he's like a songwriter, but he rarely do interviews. But his personality and everything is just so big, and like I don't know, it just it hit me a certain way and got inspired from that, and that's how that song came about. But yeah.
I want to ask you a question, Seafood. Like, have you ever worked with any engineers that you didn't vibe with, that was kind of off, and you were just like, damn, either you cut them off or you told them in the studio, hey man, it's not working now, or like how do you go about that if you ever worked with someone that wasn't like on the same page as you?
Yeah, I definitely have, but it's funny because like me and Bia talk about it later. Like we're like on their way home back in the car or something, we'll be like, yo, it's kind of off, huh? And they'd be like, yeah, I don't know. And then that's it. But during the session and everything, we keep everything professional. You know what I'm saying? I don't disrespect nobody or do nothing. If I'm just like, some people do quirky things or weird things, but they get the job done. So sometimes I'll be like, I don't know if this just is process or what, you know what I mean? But if I'm really not feeling it, then it's just like, yeah, that was kind of off, man, and then we just don't go back. But you know what I'm saying?
Well, I had to ask about, because like I've seen artists like disappear.
Oh, shoot. Mm-hmm.
Like, right?
Yeah.
If you know what I mean, right?
Yeah. Just dip off. Yeah. We never really outsourced.
But that's the difference between you and other artists. You keep it professional. You stay,
do the job,
and then you critique it after you leave.
That's it. Yeah. Then after that, if we can figure out how to fix whatever was a little bit off, then next time, then we can keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I need you to keep your shoes on in the studio. It can't be doing it or whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? And then next time, if they can do it, but if they like, nah, this what I do, then it's like, all right, well, I'm gonna send my verse over there, and you do your job, and then we gonna get it like that. But I can't do the feat, or you know what I'm saying, whatever that thing was. Then that's how I get down. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we never gonna set up a session, go there, do it all, and then just be like, this weird.
Man, I can completely relate, man. I used to walk into studios and people don't have their shoes on with their socks, and then it smells, man. I'm just like, yo, what's cracking?
It's like I can't even think, really.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
All right. Yo, Soundwaves Radio on KPFK. This is Val the Vandle. Let me bless you guys with some music from Seafood Sam. He's in the studio with us right now. We're talking about his albums. We're talking about his career. So let me bless you with the spirit of Harold Lilly. I've played it on the show before. Let's play it again right now. Turn your stereo up, Los Angeles. All right. Yes, we are back. This is Soundwaves on KPFK. I'm Val the Vandle. Big shout out to Sean O and C Brown. Shout out to Armando, and big up to Barrington and Seafood Sam, who are in the studio with me right now. Seafood Sam has a new album dropping very soon. The drop date is April 19th. Close to 420, 19th. So blaze it up. The new album is called Standing on Giant Shoulders. Tell me a little bit about the meaning of this album title.
Standing on Giant Shoulders. It was like me looking from the perspective of three giants that I consider, that are giants. And it was Bobby Brown, James Brown, and Miles Davis. So it's like and not from them, I don't want you to think the album is going to sound like all three of them like mixed up or nothing, but it was just more so like their mentality on how they looked at the game or when it was daytime, you know what I'm saying? And I don't mean that disrespectfully, it's still daytime and all that stuff, but you get what I'm saying? Yeah. It was like when Bobby Brown was up there, it's like, it's me. It's my prerogative, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about, he came from a whole nother group and was like, I don't care about none of them. It's me, boom. So it's like from that mentality, from Miles Davis, how he watched a documentary when he came in the room to do like a score for a film. He didn't even tell the other people what he was going to play or nothing. He just walked in, sparked a cigarette, picked up the trumpet, watch the film and just start going. And it was like, y'all better pick it up and go. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like, y'all professionals, right? So let's do it. And we don't need to talk. We don't need to do nothing. Let's go. And then James Brown is, you know what I'm saying?
Godfather soul.
You feel me? He is just on point with everything. You know, he could do a 2-hour set and realize you missed the hi-hat in the second song, the first 8 minutes of the set. Like, you know what I'm saying? You think you had an amazing show. And at the end, you're like, yo, what was that hi-hat you missed? You know, back there, like, he just so aware of everything that is just so. With them three, that was like how I went about this album, like with them three in mind.
Okay, that's really cool. And tell me about the record label, Drink Some Water. I think that's what it is. How did that come about? Because you released the last project on that as well, right?
Yeah. That's the homie. Yeah, that's the fam right there. Shout out to Nigel. Yeah, linked up with him, and we pretty much sat down with him. Everything was going good. Flew out to meet us, and then had a couple meetings with that. You know what I'm saying? You know how that back and forth go. Felt real good with me and B. And then after that, you know what I'm saying? We just partnered up and then start making it happen.
That's dope. So Standing on Giant Shoulders is dropping April 19th on Drink Some Water. I think on your Bandcamp, you could pre-order it, the vinyl.
The vinyl, cassette tape, CDs.
Plug all your social media accounts so anybody who doesn't know where they can follow you.
At Seafood Sam. That's it. I think I got all of them. So anywhere you type in Seafood Sam, you're going to find me.
Yeah. All right. At Seafood Sam, all across the board. Go pre-order that vinyl, get the physical copies, support great music, support independent artists, support some quality music. Let's talk about this track, Salo. It's I guess the lead single from the new album. And tell me who produced Salo? How did it come about? Why did you choose it to be the first single?
Salo, well, the name is, that's a nickname for my son, Salem. His real name's Salem, but I call him Salo. And yeah, we just went with that one for the first single because it just felt good. Right when, you know what I'm saying, when you listen to them all, it was just like, this the one. This the first one we got to start them off with. Like, it's just the first appetizer, you know what I'm saying? But it's a high quality appetizer, you know what I mean? So that was just the first bit with that. And that's from Tom Kendall as well. You know, the whole album is me and Tom Ongen, and he produced it, and then we just went in there, arranged it, and all that stuff. And I wrote all the lyrics. Got my boy Aylin to sing, and then we got Solar System, which is a band, to come in and add all the, you know, the layer the cake and all that stuff, make it look all beautiful and all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and tell the people about the video. I know it's on YouTube. You feature your son in there.
Yeah.
You got the little whip in there as well.
Yeah.
What can people check out in the video?
Oh man, just a good time with all my family. That's what everybody that I started this album with. Like, pretty much everybody in there. We had a couple people that couldn't make the video, but essentially that's everybody. I had B in there, had my boy Stray in there. Solar System was the band in there. You know what I'm saying? My son, my shorty, everything was cool.
Oh, okay. So go to youtube.com, search Seafood Sam. The new video Salo is out there right now. You actually just dropped another video as well. Can't Take the Hood to Heaven. Tell me about this track.
Well, that song was just pretty much like on a spiritual thing, like on a spiritual feel, because my grandma do these spiritual drive-bys, I call them, where she'll call you and just ask you, you know, your relationship, because she old, like, not like that. Sorry, grandma. But she like 94, 96 or something like that. So she be just feeling that she can go any minute, but it's pretty much in her mind, she can't get you into heaven. You got to be right and you got to do your thing. So she would call and ask you questions just to make sure that you straight, because she like, I know where I'm going. So I just want to make sure you on the right path. And then she'd be like, all right, cool, and hang up. And that's it. It's just, she just called to check. You know what I'm saying? So in my head, that's kind of where I went with this song, where it's like, you can't take the hood to heaven. You could try to lead them, you could try to tell everybody everything, but you can't, you know what I'm saying? They gotta do it themselves. And so that's where that song came from.
That's interesting, man. Because what you just telling me that story just makes me think about my elders, my relatives, and how they would drop gems, give me wisdom on how to live life.
Yeah.
And I think everybody needs someone in the ear to tell them, yo, think about what you're doing and find the best way to move forward and evolve.
Exactly. And that's why with that song, in another interview, I was asked about that song, and I literally said, I was trying to talk to the souls instead of the ears with that one.
Gotcha.
That's pretty much what it was. It's just like in the hook, it explains it all. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. Okay, well, let's give you guys a taste of this new music. We've got Seafood Sam in the studio with me. This is Soundwaves Radio. We're about to world debut Can't Take the Hood to Heaven on KPF airwaves. So please find Seafood Sam. Find Seafood Sam standing on giant shoulders, dropping April 19th. We're about to bless you with Can't Take the Hood to Heaven. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, Soundwaves. Dope, dope, dope. All right. Thank you for listening to KPFK. This is Soundwaves. I'm Val the Vandle. We've got special guest Seafood Sam in the building. He's representing Northside, Long Beach. I want to ask you something, man. Growing up in Los Angeles, growing up in Long Beach, I'm sure you're aware of what our stereotypical life is like. You know, people think that Los Angeles and Long Beach is all about gangsters, the gang lifestyle. How have you seen the gang issue change over time?
Like I said before, in Long Beach, it's a gumbo pot, you know what I'm saying? So I can't really tell you about the gang culture because I'm not in the gang culture. So I don't know if it changed or I don't know what I don't know about it because I'm not in that world. But if you want to come out to the city and join it, they do got that for you. You know what I'm saying? But I don't participate in it. I don't know. So I couldn't even tell you if it's low now or if it's turned up. But you got to keep your head on the swivel everywhere you go. You know what I'm saying? That's just anywhere you move. So, but I love the city. It's beautiful.
How has Long Beach changed through your eyes over the time?
It definitely is. How can I say? It's more art driven. People are more trying to chase their goals with art. So in every aspect, you see people putting skating online, putting music online, having art shows, doing different things like that. No matter what they are, no matter what they into, you know what I'm saying? Surfers be having little things, or bikers have like little events. The gangsters is rapping and putting out good music and all that, you know what I'm saying? So that's the best thing about Long Beach changing is everybody is going in an art direction in a sense.
That creativity level is
sparking in every facet. You know what I'm saying? The skaters is coming at it a different way. The graffiti and the art downtown is coming a different way. It's just all looking, you know what I'm saying, looking beautiful.
Yo, I have a quick question. Seafood, when you're overseas, people ask you where you're from. You know, I know cats that are like from Pomona.
Oh yeah,
but they say they're from Los Angeles because for some weird reason they don't want to mention Pomona. But you're from Long Beach. It seems like a lot of celebrities, a lot of hip hop celebrities are from Long Beach, like Snoop Dogg. You know, I would believe, you know, Long Beach is like known worldwide. Now, if you're in Switzerland, let's say, would you say, yo, I'm from Los Angeles? Or would you say, no, I'm from Long Beach?
I say I'm from Long Beach.
Okay.
Every time.
But you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, no, but I get exactly what you mean. But just you answered exactly what I was gonna say. Snoop is like the biggest thing walking. So when you say Long Beach, they automatically know exactly where you from.
They associate like, Snoop Dogg with Long Beach.
They be like Long Beach, and that happened to me in China. No lie, like
they probably don't even know where LA is, but they know where Long Beach is.
And the dude didn't even know what he was throwing up or nothing. But the dude literally was like, "Oh, you from Long Beach?" And I was just laughing, like. Yeah, I'm from Long Beach. But in his mind, he just was literally Snoop Dogg. Like that's all what he was. That's you know what I'm saying. That's what he knew.
Beamer Mix TV.
Yeah, that
That's
was
like their MTV. So
literally.
Shibuya.
Yeah, in Shibuya. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, and that's how it is everywhere we go. And in London, it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you from Long Beach? Oh man, hey, you got lowriders and stuff. You da da da. Like, what type of lowrider you see? Da da da. It's like they already know exactly what I'm talking about. But I can feel it from different places because, like, if they say it, it's
if they're like
probably
from West Covina, then they can't really say. If they're in Switzerland, bro, like no one's gonna know where West
it's
Covina's
kind of
at, right?
hard to pinpoint. Yeah, shout out to West Covina.
Shout out to all the homies
you know
from
what I'm
West
saying?
Covina.
Yeah, but it may be a little harder to pinpoint. Like, what is that? So they may just say, "I'm from LA," just so you can just be like, "Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about," because everybody know LA, you know. So, but Long Beach, Snoop put it definitely. That's what they mean by put it on the map. Snoop put Long Beach on the map.
Snoop is a living legend.
Yeah.
Do you know? I don't know. Crooked Eye, is he from Long Beach?
Crooked Eye?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think of Crooked Eye. Who else is from Long Beach?
Crooked Eye, Trady, East Siders.
Yep.
Nate Dogg.
Nate Dogg.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. Well, we got Carmen Diaz, don't we? I think we got Carmen Diaz. I think she from Long Beach too. Shout out to her.
Are there any artists or any musicians that you think or that you want to shout out or that you think more people should be aware of? Any homies that you want to give love to?
Yeah, everybody in Long Beach, man. Everybody in Long Beach. I know that's a wide range of like who are you talking about, but it's so many cats. Like Redbag, Dirty Dale. Shout out to Desimo. Shout out to Corner Store, LA. All the people, you know, coming up. Everybody.
Okay, so talking about Long Beach, you know, like being a journalist in the hip hop game, what I've noticed from like the last 12 years when I meet cats from Long Beach, or I'm from the north side, or I'm from the east side, or I'm from the west side. I don't know what it is, but the majority of people that I meet, they either clarify it or they mention it. Yeah. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Now, to me, I think Long Beach is unified as a whole.
Yeah.
If you're whack, you're whack. Or if you're dope, you're dope. Mm-hmm. Right? But coming from an MC from Long Beach, do I have a point? Am I just tripping in my head? Or is that a reality that people kind of like separate Long Beach because it's such a wide market, right?
Yeah.
Or they're just truly, appreciate that they're from a certain side of Long Beach or some shit.
Yeah, that's kind of more what it is. It's just
because I asked you where you're from. You said you're from the north side, right?
Yeah.
And I have a homie from the east side, and I remember he was always mentioning I'm from the east side. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck do you even like?
Like, why do you have to mention that? Yeah, but it's just like it's a pretty big city, and it's just kind of how you identify yourself in a weird way. You know what I'm saying? And it's like. Also, too, we have the East Siders. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like letting it know, like, I'm the East Siders. Yeah, on the East Side. Like, okay, cool. Boom. Then we had, different people. It's just how it is. We got the West Side. We got everybody. Yeah, it's a lot. It's definitely a lot of artists in Long Beach that's popping. Like, I get exactly what you mean, because right now when you was like any upcoming artist from Long Beach, and then I was thinking about it, I couldn't think about it right then. But then when he just said sides, now I can think about all the artists by doing it by sides. So I can be like, the homie Dallas and Casey on the west side, Savvy Third, all them, DW, all them on the east side, on the north side, Vince, Huey, me, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's crazy how it is. Shady Blue.
Dope.
Shout out to the whole sides, all sides of Long Beach, man. Everyone's dope out there.
Big up to Long Beach. Big up to Seafood Sam. Big up to Soundwaves Radio and KPFK. Go find his new album. It's dropping April 19th, Standing on Giant Shoulders. I want to say thank you, Seafood Sam, for coming through. I appreciate you, man. Is there any last words that you want to give the listeners?
Man, go get the album, April 17th, Standing on Giant Shoulders. Yeah, that's it, man. Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you. It. All right. Peace, peace, peace. Underground Hip Hop Blog, Soundwaves KPFK. I'm DJ Val The Vandle. Thank you. Peace.